Out of all the injuries you can suffer, spinal cord injuries and burn injuries are probably the worst. Our law firm is very well known countrywide for handling burn cases. It does take a special expertise. It also takes a network of doctors who can help you on these cases. One example is a client of mine who was a bodybuilder. He was incredibly fit. He was incredibly happy. He had a wife and he had 2 beautiful children. He actually was between jobs, so he took a job with a moving company, and apparently the truck he was in that day had been sent into a repair facility to have something done in the engine compartment that had to do with the fuel system. The truck stalls. He thought it was pretty mechanical, so he goes around the front and he opens up the hood. One of his other fellow employees turns on the key and cranks the starter. Well, there was an explosion. It ends up that the repair facility had attached the fuel hose without a hose clamp, which allowed it to disengage and sprayed fuel in the entire engine compartment. Unfortunately, at the time the explosion occurred, my client's head was looking over the carburetor. He had 3rd-degree burns from his waist to the top of his head. It was so severe that his nose and his ears had been burned off of his body. It took 2 years, and during that 2-year process, they tried to reconstruct his nose. It really didn't work. They tried to reconstruct his ears. They were successful on one ear. Now, he could never hear again. He had eye damage, and he had probably 20% of his sight that he had before. It's a horrible thing, and you ask yourself, why did that happen? Because accidents do happen. And if an accident happened and nobody's responsible, it's still horrible. It doesn't take away the fact that this human being and his or her family will never be the same. But there are many instances where the carelessness of others causes that burn injury. And when that carelessness causes that burn injury, again, we go after those corporations, those companies, and those individuals who have hurt our client.